under
Please
arrest.
don't touch my daughter.
Your dad is not under
listen
arrest.
to me. Listen to me. Please do not touch my daughter.
Understand that you are
She has
causing this?
COVID twice.
That's totally
Oh,
fine.
no, it's not fine.
Yeah,
if you understand what I'm saying, please don't touch my daughter.
Listen,
You're already scaring her
if
and
you're
giving
not
her a
gonna
nervous
stop,
breakdown.
like I said, you were gonna go in handcuffs. I was thinking about it. We can talk.
I'm telling you, this is harassment.
No, this isn't.
This
is me
is-
investigating a crime.
Listen,
You have turned to this.
I have every
You have-
right of freedom
you
of
have-
speech
you
to
have
tell you
turned
this
this-
is harassment.
That's totally fine.
This
And
is
the
harassment.
the legal aspect of this is there's no crime being committed by
That's
me.
up to a lawyer to determine
That's
if you
totally fine.
violated it.
I'm
That's
not
not up to
violating
you.
your rights
You
at
are
all.
law enforcement. You enforce the
Look,
law.
man, listen, you're being detained right now.
On-
You have the
on
right
what-
to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney to assist you prior to any questioning, and to be with you during questioning if you so desire.
Listen, look at
If
me.
you cannot afford an attorney,
I gotta
yes
calm
or
her
no?
down.
Okay. Calm your daughter down, and we need to talk, okay? But we need to talk civilly, because right now I have no want to take you to jail. Okay? I have no want to charge you with anything.
Listen, I understand that, but you can't simply just come, put your foot in my door, and I'm asking you.
Legally, I
And
can.
listen to me. Let me finish, because it's more context. It's more context to what happened. I told you that I cannot step outside with you and talk to you. Let me finish. I told you I cannot step. Jadea, listen, calm down. I know, Jadea, but calm down. I told you that I cannot step outside with you and talk to you. I have my daughter in there. I said what I can do is I will step outside the door with you.
You didn't say that.
Yes, I did this on camera. I know you.
It's
I
on
know.
camera, but that's-
Listen,
you didn't say
listen to
that.
me. Listen to me. Maybe you
listening.
lost it into the confusion of what happened. I told you that I cannot step outside and talk with you, as in shut the door and talk to you. I said what I can do is I can step outside the doorway like this, and then I asked you, could you please get your foot out of my door? You said the way you turned around and went back determined to you that I wasn't going to talk to you. That I wasn't. I said no, that wasn't true. I needed to grab my phone for my own documentation. Then you told me that you had cameras there filming, and I said I wanted to keep my own documentation of it.
Okay.
And
So
then I asked you, could you get your foot out of my door? I would come outside and talk to you.
I
I cannot be in the inside talking to you while my daughter's in there. That's what I was trying to explain to you.
So, can we talk quickly now? We have to keep talking over each other. Will you let me ask you some questions?
You can ask me some questions, but one thing I'm gonna tell you, I never talked to her. If she said that I've ever spoken to her, talked to her, it is a
I
lie.
need to read you this legally, or none of that can be put on record. Do you understand?
Well, it's already on record.
I know it's recorded, but I can't document that or use that for my report. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay.
But don't
You have the right to remain silent.
being
What don't you?
reading the remainder rights.
Because right now you're being detained lawfully. Okay.
Why am I being detained?
Hey, the daughter's calling it like she sees it. You can usually trust a kid's intuition about people and things. Their brains haven't been manufactured to perceive people a certain way. So they oftentimes get this raw feed of who you are, and instead of the bullshit persona that you tell yourself you are. I've noticed that with my kids. They see right through my shit all the time and call me out on it all the time. So kids have an intuition about them that I think adults lose over time, especially if you don't cultivate that.
Like I told you, you're being detained under suspicion of disorderly conduct.
On what form of disorderly conduct?
It's going to be disruptive behavior, actually.
Okay.
So it's actually
Like I-
actual ARS is 13-2904A1. And that covers fighting and disruptive behavior.
I never
Okay?
talked to her.
I understand, but do you understand your Miranda warnings?
Warnings or rights?
They're rights, but they're warnings for us to tell you them.
But you just told me
Do you understand these
But
rights?
listen. For the record, you just told me that I'm gonna read your Miranda rights and put you, detain you. You didn't tell me. Listen. You didn't tell me there was warnings for the record.
So for the record,
Okay.
it's synonymous with each other. Miranda
Okay.
warnings and Miranda rights mean the same thing. Okay. What these mean is that you can have an attorney with you during questioning if you so desire. Like I said earlier, I just have questions regarding a possible incident.
Dad, put me down, put me down.
What's the incident?
Like I told you, I'm investigating disorderly conduct with disruptive behavior.
What is the
Listen.
disruptive behavior?
Again, we just don't know what happened. Like I can't make a legal analysis or say anything about the legality of this stop if we don't know what prompted the stop. They're not really giving us enough details to draw any conclusions about whether or not this officer would have reasonable suspicion.
We can go over that, but I need you to understand your rights.
Do
you understand?
I don't fully understand
then,
why I'm even being read the Miranda's rights for a false allegation.
The problem that I have right now is if I can't talk to you about this, then I can cite you off of one side of a story.
No, you can't just get a random tip of somebody alleging something and then not have any corroborating evidence for that tip, and bam, you have reasonable suspicion. You need something that was criminal and some fact that you can link to this guy. So just a call is not enough. You got to have a little more than that. You got to have corroborating evidence derived from that phone call.
Because you don't understand these, and I can't ask you questions.
This is my first time I ever been read Miranda
I know,
rights.
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
But if I can get you to understand these, then we can talk about it, and then we can figure out a different option.
He's saying if I can get you to just put your statements on record so that I can make sure that anything you say can be and will be used against you with a guarantee, then we can continue this conversation and have this resolved. You know, but first I need to set you up to fuck yourself over in the courts later. Then we can talk.
I'll say this. I understand what you read me, but I don't understand different types of terms and what you're saying on it.
Okay, like
Jaded, don't do that.
Oh my God. I can't believe that just happened. Wow. He got assaulted by a toddler. I'm surprised he didn't break his taser out then or call for backup or something. Wow.
if she touches me again like that, because that actually hurt, she caught me in the nuts, we'll have problems.
What, you're gonna arrest a fucking child? You're gonna arrest a little kid? What are you gonna do? Who are you gonna have problems with? A baby? Come on, my dude. She's a fucking child.
So what type of problems?
The problem is like you're not controlling your child, dude. That actually hurt. She just punched me in the
Okay,
nuts.
do me a favor.
Like,
do me a favor.
Who?
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Just take one step back, and I'm gonna scoot her back.
Okay.
Scoot her back.
Yep.
And the reason why
She needs to stay behind you because I don't want to get punched in the nuts again.
But I know. But if you hit a child,
I'm not gonna hit.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If you hit a child, I will sue you, and you will never work in Flagstaff again.
You understand that I did not tell you I was going to hit your child.
But understand that.
But you need to control your child.
Listen to me. Listen to me. You said if she does that again,
we will have problems.
We will have problems. That indicated. Okay, what are you going to do to me? Because I
You're
didn't.
the parent.
But listen to me. Listen to me.
You are responsible for
Listen to me. I know that. What are you going to do to my daughter?
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
You can. You can be charged.
Okay, listen to me. Let's get that on the record. I didn't tell her to do that.
I understand, but you didn't stop her from doing that.
But
You
listen,
did not raise your child to respect authority, did you?
But listen. Oh.
Did you?
How? Why would you say that?
Because she
why
just
would you
punched
say
a
that?
police officer in the penis.
No.
Yes, she did.
What exactly would be the crime here? That you got hit by a kid? Man, get the fuck over yourself, you fucking little baby. I think that kid is probably acting like more of an adult than this fucking loser. Jesus Christ, dude. It's a child. It's a kid. A baby. Grow the fuck up. You're the one acting like a man-child about it.
No. Can you refrain from using that word around
I will
my
not,
daughter?
because that is the scientific term.
Okay,
so
then you're gonna have problems with your chief. Please don't
fine.
say that. You can say private area,
okay.
but don't.
If
but
that's
don't
what
say
you
that.
prefer me to use, private area is what I will use.
Listen to
your
me.
Your child just punched a police officer in the private areas.
Time out.
Do you understand that?
Time out. Listen. I don't want her saying that
get that.
P word
I get
around the
that.
house.
I understand.
Okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you again. Please refrain from using
And I'm
that.
gonna ask you one more time
and
to stop
listen
interrupting me.
listen
I
to
understand.
me. Listen to me. I will keep her behind me.
You
but
need to.
but hey,
You need to.
hey, stop being disrespectful.
You are the one being disrespectful.
No, I'm not. I'm just talking to you.
You're not
I
talking
asked
to
you,
me.
please step a step back so I can keep her back.
And I did.
And don't on record, she
This
did
is all
that
on
on her
record.
own. No, I know, but y'all films can come up missing in doctor and
Listen, man.
missing with film. I just want my own record. What I'm gonna do is,
It's illegal for any of this to be tampered with.
hey, it has happened in the history of police. Okay, so
Whatever you believe.
Okay,
I understand that.
Okay, understand that.
So-
I'm gonna keep her behind me so
Thank
she
you.
doesn't feel threatened.
Thank you. So,
But
What about
listen,
these rights
But
do you
listen,
not understand?
every now and then it's
you
not,
can check on her.
Okay,
Yes. She's your daughter. I get
no,
that.
no. Listen.
I have
to me.
kids of my
Listen.
own. I understand.
that, but I'm not.
How does this guy have kids of his own? I don't understand that. How does he have kids of his own and this is his train of thinking? He must not be a very good father then. If you think that charging someone for something a 2-year-old did, come on, dude. Let your paternal instincts override your law enforcement instincts for just a moment and have a little bit of professional discretion here.
I'm not asking you for permission to check up on her. I'm saying every now and then, if we're having a conversation, don't take it as disrespect if I look back and make sure
I'm
where
not
she
gonna do
at.
that.
And don't. Okay, I'm just saying.
Now that I know what you're doing, so listen, when we started this conversation and you told me you were going to get your phone, I've been in situations where other people are not coming out without weapons.
Okay,
you
but you gotta treat
So,
but listen to
I
me.
have
You
to
have to
treat-
treat each situation different. Each
Due to
situation isn't.
my experience and training shows me that if I let you come out with a
guarantee
weapon,
this.
I'm in
Okay,
trouble.
okay. Look.
And-
Listen to me.
As
Listen
much
to
as
me.
you like to go home to your family every night,
Okay.
I do too.
Okay, but listen to me.
I'm starting to put together what happened here now. And you guys check me on this theory. But it seems like, and gathered from what's been said so far, is that this cop came up, knocked on the door, the guy answered, and he, in the middle of their discourse about whatever had taken place, the guy said, "I want to get my phone to record this," and tried to close his door to go get his phone. And that seems like it was when the cop put his foot in the door and refused to allow him to close it. Now, if that line of facts is true, then this would be an unlawful entry, because you have to have a warrant to enter someone's home if you don't have an exception to that warrant. And just because you know someone committed a crime and they're inside of a house doesn't give you the authority. Even if this officer had all the evidence in the world to prove for 100% certainty that this man committed a crime, he still cannot just enter his house without a warrant unless there's some kind of emergency that he's personally witnessing or has very credible knowledge of. So again, you just another one of the sticking the foot in the door thinking that's okay. No, that is an unlawful entry. That's a violation of the Fourth Amendment. You cannot do that.
So,
When you said that you don't teach your children to respect authority, I've never been in prison. I've never ran from the cops. I own my own business. I don't disrespect police. I don't do
Well,
anything like that to be disrespectful.
The
How
fact-
do you know what I teach my daughter? No, you can't say that. That's disrespectful. You
No,
don't tell someone that.
I do.
No, you can't.
I can't.
Because
Your
she
daughter just
no.
punched a police officer in the
But
private area.
How old is she?
Dude, she's a child, a 5-year-old, okay? A 5-year-old, my guy. A 5-year-old. When 5-year-olds do anything, it's not necessarily a reflection of your parenting. You could parent the perfect 5-year-old, and he or she is still going to do dumbass shit all the fucking time. That's what 5-year-olds do. They do dumb shit. They don't think about what they're doing before they do it. They're 5 years old. They have a 5-year-old brain. So if you could just imagine the kind of shit you were doing back when you remember. Like, remember all the dumb shit you did when you were 10, 12, 14? Remember all that dumb shit? Multiply it times 10, and that's the amount of dumb shit you did when you were 5. Okay? And I promise you, your parents didn't want you doing that dumbass shit. You just did it because you were a dumbass 5-year-old kid. All right? Jesus.
I have no idea.
5 years old.
Okay.
Kids. You've been around kids before.
have
You
kids.
have kids.
My kids would not touch another
That's
individual
your
like
kids.
that.
Your
Because I raised
kids.
them to respect
Okay,
people.
but you don't know what I teach my daughter.
Exactly.
Just like I can't sit here and
fact
say,
that your
just like
daughter
I
punched
can't.
me
But
in
listen,
private
no, I
areas.
did not teach her to do that. She
I'm
did
not
that
saying
on
you
her
taught her
own.
to do that.
But you
But
just
you did not teach her not to.
But listen
You
to me.
understand that?
His office is basically trying to accuse him of, yeah, you teaching your daughter to do that.
You can't
Look,
sit
man,
up.
I'm not here to
Janae,
argue about
get
your
back.
parenting and-
Listen, but
and
but
stuff
don't.
like that.
But listen,
We
you
need to
run-
get back to the stuff.
But
on
I know.
because
I'm listening.
You're wasting my
listen,
time right
okay,
now.
I understand that, but please.
There are
don't-
actual bad people that I need to go
Okay,
and take care of.
but listen to me. Please don't tell me that's what you raise your daughter to. That's what you teach your daughter to disrespect authority. Because I don't teach her that.
I
She
did not
will
tell
be.
you that you
Listen,
teach your daughter to respect.
yes, you did. You
I
said.
said you obviously have not taught your daughter
No.
to respect
You want to
authority.
rewind the film because
go for it.
that's what got me heated.
That's exact
When
verbiage.
you
An
said
exact quote. You
when you
obviously
said-
have not taught your daughter to
when you
respect
said-
authority is what I said.
listen, and I told you this. I don't teach my daughter that. She will be disciplined for that. She will get no TV.
Okay.
She will go to timeout. But
Okay.
don't sit up here and say that's what I obviously teach my daughter to do.
Dude.
She did that.
Okay.
She made a mistake. It's not the end of the world. But don't sit up here and say I taught her that.
I didn't tell
You're
you
wrong
that
for
you taught
that.
her to do
And
that.
another thing,
I
this
told you
is
you didn't teach her to respect
listen.
authority.
I do teach her to respect authority. Just like your kids makes mistakes, just like anybody else
All
kids
kids
makes
make
mistakes.
mistakes. I
And
get
she
that.
will be disciplined for that. She will get no
That's
TV
fine.
and she will go to
Okay.
timeout. I'm a good parent. Don't sit up here and say that I taught her to do that. And another
did
thing,
not
don't
say
use
that.
that P word around my daughter. That's
We've
the
already
second
gone over it.
disrespectful thing. I haven't
We've
got
already gone
over
over
it.
the fact that
I just want to get to this.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's get to this.
Okay. For the last time, what do you not understand about your Miranda rights? Do you need me to read them
If
again?
someone makes a false report,
Okay.
right? Someone makes a false report, and y'all go out to investigate the report, right?
I'm here to investigate.
Okay, you go and investigate the report, right?
Yes.
Where's the evidence?
I don't have to.
Oh,
say
listen,
that.
listen to me. When somebody's taken to jail, they say you're innocent to proven guilty, right?
Yep.
So I'm innocent, right? And until proven guilty. Where's the burden of proof saying that I said anything to her?
That has nothing to do with this.
That has
No.
that has everything to
Your
do with
questioning
everything with
has
me. I
nothing
never
to
said
do
anything to
with
her.
If you want a lawyer present during questioning.
I'm not asking for a lawyer. I'm
Okay.
saying that I never spoke to her.
I understand, but like I said before, I can't take any of that as documented information.
But
until
you
tell
would
me
take-
if you understand your
Okay,
rights.
okay,
Do you
I-
understand your Miranda rights?
This cop seems to be under the impression that he's not allowed to write anything in his report that he didn't previously read the Miranda right for. So by this logic, let's just expand this a little bit, all right? When a cop reports to the scene of a crash, do you think that they have to read everyone there their Miranda rights before they can ask them about what happened on the crash? When a random person reports a crime, do you think that they have to read that person their Miranda rights in order to put down what they said happened? When someone makes an anonymous call to 911, you think they read that person their Miranda rights before they put the call details into their report? This makes no fucking sense.
I understand the words that you read to me,
Okay,
but I
So,
don't understand.
that's fine.
But listen, I don't understand why I'm being read Miranda rights.
So, okay,
That's
we
what
can
I was
talk about
explaining
that,
to you.
Okay, so the reason that I'm talking to you right now is because your downstairs neighbor has advised me that you've been arguing with each other verbally.
Nope.
Let me tell you the information I have,
Okay.
and then I can ask questions and we find out if
Okay.
that's actually happened or not. Okay? That you guys have been arguing verbally, that she has had her window open and that you stood outside and stared at her through her window. Her and her grandkids that are at her.
Through her window. And
Through her
okay,
window.
time out.
So-
Time out.
It doesn't sound like anything illegal was mentioned in that supposed report. Like, where was the crime that happened? Okay. It seems like there was a mutual disagreement, and staring at someone through an open window is not illegal at all. I don't know what would be the criminal elements of this that he's investigating. Maybe intimidation or something like that. But if they had a verbal dispute and he's trying to investigate him for disorderly conduct, shouldn't he also be investigating the other party equally for that crime? If this was a mutual argument and they've had continuing bouts of verbal disagreements, it sounds like this lady got pissed off at the verbal dispute that they had and called the cops on this guy. So again, even after this explanation, I'm failing to see where he's getting the reasonable suspicion.
What time was that?
She did not give me the time.
Okay.
She's
Okay. We have for the record, we have an allegation, right?
We do.
Okay.
We have an allegation from a third party who
Proven? Is it proven?
who reported a crime to a police officer.
Allegedly.
Who did report a crime to a police officer. It is on the same camera.
I know, but listen.
No.
Allegedly.
No,
right?
Allegedly reporting a crime
Okay,
and actually reporting a crime are two different things. She actually reported a crime.
I know, but I'm saying like.
So which is why I'm here to
I never spoke to her. I never spoke to her.
And that would come out with questioning between me and you.
I never spoke to her.
So the fact that you're detained right now means two things. I need identification from you. Can you tell me what your first and last name is?
My first name is...
So, look, I'm going to be completely honest with you, man. She seems a little bit off. So...
Oh my God. Now he's saying that? Now this cop is backpedaling. I mean, he's going backwards in the bicycling Olympics right now. That's how hard he's fucking backpedaling. He literally just said, I think she's kind of crazy. But hey, I'm willing to come up here and fucking harass you unlawfully into your home, try to say that you're not raising your kids correctly, scare the fuck out of him in the process because I think some crazy lady called the cops on you. Okay, again, he's just eating away at any amount of reasonable suspicion that he may have had based on the allegations being laid here.
If she's saying I spoke to her, then my daughter has to be with me because I work for myself.
To me that you and her have gotten into verbal arguments, okay? And then she also told me that you've been several times standing and staring through her window, looking at her and her grandkids.
Staring through her window.
Yes.
Not true.
Have you done that?
Not true.
Okay.
Not true.
Listen.
I've stayed here 5 years.
Okay.
This lady probably been living.
new.
Yeah. She's Judea. Get back, please. Hey, don't put those letters in your mouth. Okay. Put those over there. All right. I've stayed here 5 years since my daughter was a baby. This lady probably been living there a year since me and my wife seen her move in. If I don't know none of these people, if I don't know you, I don't speak to you. I have no reason to speak to her. I have no reason to talk to her. I have no reason whatsoever. Me and my wife and my daughter, we mind our own business. I work for myself. I go to work in the morning and I come back. I don't talk to her. I don't speak to her.
So, is there any instance that she might portray the wrong thing of you walking by? That way I can just tell her to leave you alone.
If you want to call it anything, you can call it
like I said,
this is nothing but what you've been seeing on TV. Racially profiling, discrimination, and racism.
I understand that she might be doing that to you. And like I said from the beginning, man, all I'm here to do is investigate and find out what actually happened.
Yeah, but that's cool, and I definitely
like 10
understand
minutes of us yelling at each other back and forth. I don't think that needed to happen at all.
I don't even think it was yelling back and forth. I just
like
think
a loud argument, right?
I just honestly think you didn't understand what I was telling you and doing because I can't leave my daughter in the house by herself. She's 5 years old. This is my only child. She's at that age where she's curious and she gets into everything. Like when she went and she tried to punch you or whatever.
But she actually did that.
Yeah. I'm saying,
right in the nuts, man.
I'm saying like when she went and she did that. I don't teach my daughter that. But at the same time, it's like she's a kid. She's gonna make mistakes. Yeah, she gonna get disciplined for it. She gonna get to watch TV. I don't let her do that because I don't want to see her in trouble one day. I don't teach my daughter that. That's not something I do. So it's just like I mind my own business every day, and it's like I didn't tell her, hey, it'll been a different if I said, hey, go out there and do that. That'd have been different if I told my daughter to do that. She did that on her own. Like I said, she'll get in trouble for it. She'll get disciplined for it, like any other child. And she know I don't raise her to do that. And that's what I'm saying.
There's one last thing I want to talk to you about before I head out, okay? And I'll let you have the rest of your day, okay?
I think that was this guy's first mistake, honestly, was just opening the door at all. You know, obviously, if the cops want to come in your house, they're going to. If they have the authority to do it, and sometimes even if they don't, they're going to come in your house. You have no reason to open the door. You have zero interest there. Even if you know for a fact you're guilty for a crime, you're going to want to make them get a warrant. And that's what this cop should have done instead of sticking his foot in the door.
One, when investigating a crime, I'm not saying that you committed a crime. What I'm saying is when investigating
You got to say allegedly.
What I'm saying is when an officer is investigating a crime, they have the right to hold the door open.
Time out. I'm like
legally, I have.
But listen to me.
Okay.
You don't know my background. You don't know what I went to school for. I went to school for criminal justice. I studied law. I went to school in California. But listen to me. If we are talking, right, and we having a conversation, right, and I open my door, and I step outside of my door.
Yep.
At no time I gave you permission to enter. Now a different thing is if me and you talking, right,
Yep.
and you see just say an argument break out, right, and you step into the house to intervene and you put your foot in the door.
That would be entering the residence.
No. Listen. You have every right to intervene, but you cannot if me and you having a conversation peacefully.
So
Peacefully go and do this, and then say that I tried to shut the door in your face. I explained to you and I showed you that this door shuts by
for
itself.
saying that, but the reason the door was shut, so
Yeah.
I kept it open. And
Yeah,
you
but
immediately
the-
got upset about that.
But the
And
thing
I
is
understand what
this.
you're
The thing is
telling me,
this. The
but-
reason why I got upset is because look, the door is shutting. You can say, hey, I didn't know if this guy's gonna come back with a weapon or whatever.
I don't know.
Listen. I can say I understand that. But once I approach like this and you see my hands and you see me visibly clear and your foot is still there, your foot is still in my door, and I'm asking, and you want to have a civil conversation with me, and you want to move your feet, and I'm saying that I'm willing to talk to you, but I cannot talk to you inside. I cannot talk to you inside the house while my daughter is here, because she will get in something.
I get that. That didn't come out. Immediately, you told me you weren't going to step outside.
No, you misunderstood what I was saying.
Listen to me now, because I listened to you, right? I let you talk. Let me talk.
But you misunderstood what I was saying.
Let me tell you what I understood, and then you can tell me
Okay.
where I'm wrong.
We can do that.
So, from what I understood,
Stay out of those cookies.
when I came to the door, you told me you couldn't step outside because you had to watch your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Then you said that you wanted to get your phone.
To document it.
I understand. The door started closing. I kept the door open
Okay.
because I don't know if you're coming out with a weapon or not. Obviously, you didn't. Right?
Okay.
But from my understanding, I don't know that.
Okay.
You come out.
Okay.
You're immediately agitated and argumentative with me.
But why? Let's
Let
keep it
me-
in
let me
context.
finish. Let
Let's
me
keep it in
finish.
context.
You're instantly argumentative and
Irritated.
irritated with me because my foot was holding your door open, and when you asked me not to, and when I tried to
'Cause
explain to you
but-
why I had the legal right to do so, you continued to argue with me.
But it's dispelled.
Listen, I eventually stopped holding your door open. I
Because
haven't touched it since, correct?
Yeah.
Once we calmed down and actually talked about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I pretty much got out everything I had to say about that encounter while we were looking over it. But just to recap, you cannot, as an officer, enter someone's home just because you think you have the authority to arrest them. You got to go a step beyond that. Again, in the canon of Fourth Amendment case law, the home is the most protected space in the entire country. Your home is where you have the most protections from the government in particular. And that's why they still require you to go through the process of getting a warrant, even if you know someone is in the house that needs to be arrested. I think this guy would certainly have a lawsuit. It'd be really interesting to see the body camera footage from that cop and see what the reporting party actually said, to know whether or not there was any kind of detention, any lawful basis for that detention. Whoop Whoop says, if you're going to open the door, make sure that you have a mud room separating the door from your house. That way, if they put their foot in. Well, even if they put their foot in, I mean, they've already violated your rights. So at that point, you already have a lawsuit. But I get what you're saying, so that you could just leave that door open and go back and close a different door. That's a valid escape route, I guess. He was still speaking after being read his Miranda. Yeah, that's another big thing we need to talk about, is that this guy should have been just shut the fuck up, you know? And like I said, I get that he's doing to the cops what they always do to other people, which is just talk over them and never let them get a word in. And I love to see the roles reversed, but it was not in his best interest to continue conversating with this cop after, you know, everything had been resolved. Or, you know, it's just not intelligent to make statements to the cops even before they read you your Miranda warning. The only thing you should be saying to cops are things that are in an effort to dispel their suspicion, if that statement that you would make is not inherently criminal. And it's a very hard thing to decide, you know, to understand, because you never know what little thing you might say that's innocent in the moment could eventually be used against you. So a very fine line to walk, and that's why pretty much every attorney is going to tell you just to be quiet. It's the safer of the two options. Some people don't have the ability to use their Fifth Amendment. That's right. It's like the fucking Ron White joke that was, I had the right to remain silent, but I didn't have the ability. A lot of people are like that. Yeah, it's less about just necessarily like, it's not so much about remaining completely silent, not saying anything at all. But it's remaining silent to the degree that you're only providing the information that you're required to give is the more specific way to approach that. Even giving your location at a time could be incriminating. The only way it's not is if you're guilty and you lie. Yeah, that's a good point. This dude has a fully automatic assault child. That's hilarious. Billy says, I guess that officer just learned the hard way that even a 4-year-old can deliver a court-approved boot of entry right to the probable cause.